I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in myself.
They are calling it the snowstorm of the century. All of South Park County is being pummeled with snow, and more is expected to come. Multi-car accidents and power outages are being reported all over town.
Oh, honey, thank goodness you're safe.
Mom, did you see how hard it's snowing outside?
Yes, sweetie, and it's getting worse.
Well, are they saying it's gonna be a snow day? They're gonna cancel school, right?
They haven't said yet.
This storm has gone from bad to worse. I'm here at Stark's Pond, which has been completely frozen over, and a tanker truck has crashed into the ice. There have been multiple casualties.
Multiple casualties! They're gonna cancel school! I just know they will!
Eric, this is very serious.
Things are just getting more and more horrible here, Tom. The storm is not showing any signs of stopping, and with the snow piling up and roads icing over, we are in for a catastrophic night.
Oh God, they're gonna cancel school! Did they cancel school yet? Did they cancel school?
Eric, go back to bed.
But I don't have to go to bed if I don't have to get up for school.
We don't know that, Eric. We'll find out in the morning.
God, please, please, make it keep snowing. Harder than it ever has. Please, God, just this one time, don't fuck me.
Whoa!
There are at least 20 people dead, Tom. Reports of frozen water lines and even frozen bodies as this storm continues.
Did they cancel school? Did they cancel school?
Eric, it's horrible.
City officials are warning that even first responders will be staying home today. The roads are completely blocked. There is no toilet paper anywhere.
What a bad ski!
This truly feels like the end of days. Everyone, please, take care of yourselves.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, and we've just received word that all Park County schools are closed for the day.
Yes! Yes! There's no ski! It's a snow day! There's no ski! No ski! There's no ski! See you later, Mom. I'll be back in a couple hours. Have some brunch ready for me.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going outside to play with my friends.
I don't think that's safe, sweetie.
Mom, it's a snow day. The most magical of days in a young child's life. Whoa, kids! It's so beautiful! No school, everybody! No ski! Come on, it's a snow day! Come on, Butters, let's go, Stan! Snow day, everyone!
Hey, new kid! New kid, I'm talking to you! There you are! Come on, new kid! Put your shit on! It's a snow day, dude!
Hey guys, welcome back to Everything Anime Podcast. I'm your host Shinry. Here at the Everything Anime Podcast, talk about everything from anime, manga, video games, TV shows, and whatever relevant topic we feel like talking about. Today's video is on South Park Snow Day. Now, this is just my first impressions of the game. I've only played about an hour and a half of the game. That's what I like to do. Whenever I review a game for the first time, I like to give just my first initial impressions of what I think about it so far. And then if I feel like it later, I'll do an actual full in-depth review. I'm going to tell you right now, this game is not going to get a full in-depth review. And I'm going to get into that very soon. But first, I like to talk about my relationship with the game, how I got into it, things like that, why I wasn't even interested, why I even bought it. So I initially played South Park 64, you know, the snowball game that's really terrible, and you like pee on snowballs and you like throw them, that's your special move.
Damn it, stop hitting me! You son of a bitch, I'll kick you in the nuts! Hey, dumbass, over here!
And there's like chickens or something like that. I played it with my brothers a long time ago. I also grew up with South Park, the TV show, and I've seen South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, the movie, several times. I love that movie. It's very funny. So, a couple years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, I'm not sure when, but the South Park, The Stick of Truth came out. And I remember when I first saw the game, I was like, this is not even my cup of tea. I just knew just from looking at the game. But when I played Stick of Truth, I loved it. I put so many hours to that game. It's like playing a full episode of South Park. But like turn-based, like Dungeons and Dragons kind of. And the whole story with that game, it was like a whole, like a 24-hour episode of South Park. Literally joke after joke, adventure story. And basically the kids in that game were fighting over a stick that, well, in their imagination, it was the most powerful weapon in the world. And there was two factions. Cartman was the faction of like, I think like the wizards, and then Kyle was the faction of the like elves, and they were both fighting to get the Stick of Truth. And then Kenny was like the queen or the princess that like they would fight over.
All hail the Grand Wizard! So, you are the new kid. Your coming was foretold by Coldwell Banker. I am the Wizard King. But the time for talk is not now. Let me show you my kingdom.
Oh, who's your new friend, Eric?
Shut up, Mom. Not now. Welcome to the kingdom of Koopa Keep. Our weapon shop here is tended by Clyde, a level 14 warrior. Here you can see our massive stables, overseen by the level 9 ranger, Scott Malkinson, who has the power of diabetes. And here, of course, is the breathtaking and lovely Princess Kenny, the fairest maiden in all the kingdom. Don't ask why Kenny wanted to be a chick, it's just how he seems to be rolling right now.
Something like that. Very funny, but like again, it was like a kid's imagination, but it felt real. And yeah, we fought 6th graders and we fought like aliens and shit. It's South Park, so it went crazy. We even gave at one point, I don't know if I can talk about this, but like Stan's dad. Never mind, we're not good at that. And then we played South Park, The Fractured But Whole, which came out a few years after that, and that was an even greater sequel in my opinion. So that one, they were doing the whole Marvel Civil War thing where like there was this cat that went missing, and we were trying to get the $100 reward because that to $100 to a kid is a lot of money. So like Cartman's faction was like one version of superheroes, and then I think it was Kyle or Stan again that had a different faction of superheroes, and it was very fun, and I enjoyed that one too.
What has become of this city? There used to be laws, justice, not anymore. Crime is out of control, cats are missing, and townspeople are being victimized.
Oh, hey! Who pooped on my porch?
What's going on with you? Whoa! Whoa!
We were supposed to protect those who couldn't protect themselves.
Get off my car, you little pecker!
Now superheroes are torn apart by political differences. We are two sides at war. But war isn't going to save our city. Time travel is my only hope now. Myths tell of ancient times, when a new king united a kingdom torn apart by a powerful stick.
Hi, hon.
Shut up, Mom. There's no time to waste. I have to go back, change the present if I can, and find his cat. And in doing so, Perhaps I can change what has happened to all of us.
And I thought that was a great sequel, as I said. However, this one, South Park Snow Day, I'm not really sure where they were going with this. Like, the story-wise, I'll play this scene.
So, as you can see, we've had to make some changes to the game because some asshole who we won't name decided to become all-powerful and ruin Stick of Truth because then everyone wanted to be all-powerful and nobody could die anymore. So then we played superheroes, and guess what happened? That same someone got all OP again and fucking ruined that game too. And now because of that someone, we've had to add a bunch of fucking rules. And then once there were rules, everyone started arguing over the rules. And then we all went to war again. Remember, with this new card-based system, you're only as powerful as the cards in your hand. And you only get 2 to start with. So now you can't be all OP. Good luck trying to ruin this game. I'm sure you'll manage. Of course, even though you are technically the king, you still have to play by the new rules because this is America. So, you are now the king of 2 cards. Congratulations. Now listen, Clyde has information that the elves are preparing to launch a massive attack on our kingdom. They've been spotted advancing their forces near Stark's Pond. We have to take them out before they kill us all. Oh, and new kid, this mission will be very dangerous. So I'm pairing you with some other new kids who also recently moved to town. But keep in mind, you are the real new kid. Those other new kids will be working for you because you're the one that matters, okay? You're the big dog. Also, I'm going to assign you all numbers, totally at random, no big deal. But there's a chance I might not give you number 1. Just know that you're still the best new kid to me. You're the important one, even if you're like number 4. Good luck. Okay.
But it seems like Cartman just wanted, like, he prayed to God that it would just snow so the kids could get out of school. And again, you know, kids' imagination. And we're now back to our Dungeons and Dragons costumes. Sorta, kinda, because we're not fully doing Dungeons and Dragons. We kind of have like this like randomish power thing kind of going on. So as you can see in my gameplay, it seems like more just like a hack and slash. Like, yes, there's a card system. Like, you know, there's these cards that like power you up, give you bonuses, and you can activate them as you play. There's bullshit cards, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Oh, nuts!
Bullshit!
This is why I'm king of the elves.
Like, a character can throw out, you know, alright, so do you ever have that one kid that you like play with in your group and he's like, I'm the most OP character ever? And not literally, but he'll be like, I'll be like, okay, I've got like fireproof armor, and all of a sudden he's like, okay, I have powers that break fireproof, and then then he's like, okay, and then you're like, well, no, you can't be the OP kid, your friend is the OP kid. Okay, let me put it this way. You tell your friend like, I have super strength, and your friend's like, okay, well, I'm invulnerable to attacks, and then our physical attacks, and you tell your friend, okay, I have a move that like can, you know, hit your internal organs. He's like, oh, I removed all my organs from my body, but I can still move them. Yeah, you have that friend that like always has something to top you. That's a bullshit card. And so bullshit cards kind of like make you overpowered or make your enemies overpowered. Just briefly, it gives like a power up. Like the 2 I've seen so far is like the bullshit card is like these kids, your enemies, the elves, can become giants. And the other bullshit cards I've seen are like, I don't know, I think they turn into vampires, or maybe that's a different thing. Either way, I see what they're trying to do, but it doesn't really seem, I mean, it doesn't feel necessary in my opinion. Like, I use the cards and I use the abilities, but like, I really just end up hacking, slashing everybody I face anyway. So I'm like, this doesn't feel that thought out like Stick of Truth was with its turn-based RPG and bleeding elements, because you can cause status inflictments in that game, and same with Fracture of the Whole. And this one you can cause, it says you cause ailments like burning somebody or making them bleed by cutting them, but I'm not getting it because again it feels like a hack and slash. Secondly, the design feels... I was already thrown off by the 3D in the first place when I first saw the trailer for this game. But because, like I said, I've been a fan of Stick of Truth and Fractured But Whole, and Matt Stone and Trey Parker were behind this game, I was like, I'll give it a shot. It could just be like me, like just thinking it because it's 3D and it's not that 2D art style from the show. It's not that 2D art style from the games that like I wouldn't like it. And I will say I have been influenced by a few YouTube videos that already told me the game was trash and bad. This was my first time playing it last night with their impressions in mind. But I kind of also was kind of digging it. I was like, I kind of was like vibing with it. I was like, it's not that bad. It is obvious. But I can say exploration feels pointless. Like in the Fractured But Whole and Stick of Truth, you could go inside of buildings, go inside people's homes, the people of South Park, and you recognize things from the show. There was like memorabilia, there was nostalgia, there was references, and we understood them. Like if you've seen South Park every episode, every season, and watched the movies, you'd be like, oh, I recognize that, oh, I recognize that. And sometimes there was clues or power-ups you could get or quests you could do for other characters, and that like helped you build your armor, your stats, or got you superhero costumes in Fractured But Whole. And this, the collectibles are really just toilet paper. And I get what they're doing. They're doing the COVID thing. Like, you know, everybody's stuck inside. Oh, we're stuck outside. It's a snow day when there's no school. And so everybody needs toilet paper, like, to keep their asses clean because, you know, you're stuck inside. Although, one thing, random rant about COVID. You know, pre-COVID, every time I went to the store, the store would be filled up with toilet paper. So I found it hilarious during COVID that like that was the only thing missing from shelves was toilet paper. I was like, and water, because I've always seen water at stores too. I'm like, damn, like how long did y'all think I'll be stuck inside? Because I'm like, y'all don't shit that much, I'm pretty sure, because there's always been toilet paper. And I mean in like literal cities, there's always been toilet paper and water. So I'm like, I guess people thought it was the apocalypse. But yeah, that's how South Park Snow Day is treating it. It's like it's an apocalypse. So toilet paper is the most valuable resource you can have, and you sell that for money. Funny, that is a South Park gag. But again, that's really the only collectible. Like, it'll tell me at one point, like, oh, you're in the elves' base, loot their stuff, it doesn't matter. But also there's this toilet paper. I'm like, there's no collectibles, there's nothing to put on. There's not even cards, because you buy all your cards from Jimmy. And again, the cards are kind of random, and I get the point of it, because like it's kind of like a fast, what do you call those games, those live service games? It kind of feels like that, because the main gimmick of the game is to play with 4 other people. Unlike your Fractured But Whole and Stick of Truth that was single player, this relies on a team of 4. And if you don't have a team of 4 to play with you, if you don't have anybody else that wants to play this game, it'll give you random computer generated AIs. And they're pretty decent, they're pretty competent, because they'll revive you if you go down. I did go down several times because, like I said, I was just kind of hack and slashing when everybody else was powering up with the cards. I tried out the cards a few times, but it wasn't catching on for me. Like, I wasn't getting into it like I guess I was supposed to, like using it properly. And then yeah, exploration. Back to exploration. There's nothing really to explore. Like, at one point we go into the school, and the school is literally just a void. It's like, you go up to the roof, and that's it. You can go past, like, one door and hear Mr. Mackey talking, and then, like, but that's it. So there's not really much to explore. There's not really much to do. Even, like, the people, like, around the city, like, they're just, like, I mean, you can see them, like, they're trying to get into their cars that are frozen, or they're, like, trying to open the school to like get toilet paper or something like that. But it doesn't give me Stick of Truth or Fractured But Whole, because the characters have personalities in those games. The characters were doing things in those games. They were selling you stuff, or they were talking to you, or they give you quests or random things they would say. But like this, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. The world feels void. Everything kind of looks the same, because you know, in Fractured But Whole and Stick of Truth, I know I keep bringing them up, but that's like only thing I can compare them to. It felt like you were in South Park. Everybody's houses were different. Everything in people's houses were different. Gimmicks to get into their bathrooms, or to the closet, or to, like, you know, the garage. There were things you had to do, or low power ups you had to have, like a slingshot that shoots rockets, or the ability to shrink down, or fart your way. You know, there were things you had to do. I mean, there's not even that many buildings I've been into in the first hour. I mean, I kind of went to the school, and that was it. And now I'm just kind of infiltrating bases, but they all kind of look the same. And I know the gimmick is everything's covered in snow. Maybe that's why everything looks the same. But like, You still could have made it stand out a little bit more, you know? Yeah. Other than that, let's see, the characters kind of... Cartman seems like less of an asshole. Like, Cartman's the biggest asshole in the entire game. Or entire South Park series. He was an asshole in Stick of Truth. He was an asshole in Fracture But Whole. But he seems kind of tame here from my experience of the first hour. I don't know. The models seem okay. Like I said, I didn't mind it that much because I kind of see what they were going for. But I don't think I'm going to fully review this game because I was already kind of zoned out in the first hour. Because like I said, I was just kind of hack and slashing. I wasn't really giving it my all. I was just kind of like, oh, I'll go get the thing and then free Stan's dad and then I'll go to the next level. Because I've heard it's only 5 levels in 5 hours because each segment only takes an hour. So you about a 5-hour game. So I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to be very long. I'll probably finish it. I could definitely finish it in a day if I try. Without dying, of course. And the thing is, if you die, you start the whole level over. You don't start where you last left off. You start all the way over from the beginning. That's what I've been told. And that's kind of why I only played an hour. Like, after I lost that first hour, I was like, I've got enough video game footage. I've got enough story. That's all I really need. I do hope, though, if we ever make an official sequel to Fracture But Whole and Stick of Truth, like, it's an actual back 2D model. Great South Park story. You know, I don't know what storyline they could do from here on, but, you know, we did Dungeons and Dragons. We basically did The Lord of the Rings, and then we basically did superheroes. I don't know, anime next, you know, like, I don't know, maybe the kids mimic their favorite anime is huge right now. Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, Beyblade, Shaman King, Rave Master. You know, we could do something, but like, I'm just not feeling this game. I know a lot of people aren't either. That's why this review is not gonna be that long. I'm already running out of things to talk about because, like I said, I only did about an hour playthrough just to get my first impressions, and I'm not really feeling it. So I think we're gonna end the review here. Sorry, I don't know. I mean, it's only $30. If you want to play it and your friends have it, I mean, why not? You can type a little hack and slash with your friends, you know. But I don't see... I'd rather say spend your money on Stick of Truth or Fracture But Whole. Those will definitely be worth your money, especially if you're a South Park fan. Even if you're not a South Park fan, you might not understand the references, but it's a very funny game. It's very fun, and they put a lot of heart and soul into it. You can feel that playing it. But this was just like some soulless thing. Like, hey, we got to put something out there. This feels like an obligation. This feels like Sony trying to keep something out, trying to keep something like Madam Web, and I'm not saying Matt Stone and Trey Parker are doing that. I'm saying like just the game. It feels like something that had to come out, and this is what we had. So a Madam Web, Craven, a Morbius. It just feels like something just had to be put out there. That's what this feels like. And that's a very big disappointment. But again, for $30, not too bad. But again, you can save your time. It also makes me like, because I also wanted Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. I think I still do, but I don't really care about live service games, and I don't even care about what people are saying about the story. I'm not gonna get into that because, well, I don't think I'm gonna say about kill the Justice League. Before the game even came out, I assumed you didn't actually kill the Justice League, and I still believe this. I think you killed a fake Justice League that Brainiac created, and the real Justice League are being held hostage like clones. Because I'm thinking like, you know, the ending of Teen Titans, you know, season 6 or season 5, when all the heroes were like frozen in capsules and shit like that, and like what was her name? You know, the stretchy woman with the elastic powers like Luffy and Mr. Fantastic, how she could take on people's forms. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting like they're all her, but I'm just getting like, from what I heard, like Flash gets his fingers cut off at one point in the game, and he comes back, his fingers fine. I've heard that John, the Green Lantern, gets his ring cut off, but the contracts don't disappear. Like, I'm like, that tells me that this is a fake Justice League. If the John Stewart, Kyle Jordan, Kyle Rayner, Guy, whatever, if their Green Lantern rings are cut off, the contracts disappear. So the fact that the contracts were still there, that tells me, like, you didn't kill the real Justice League. These are fake Justice League. And another story has only been half told. they will release out shit later for half DLC. I don't like that at all. I hate, if you're gonna release a game, release the full game. If we want to buy DLC later, we'll buy DLC later. But do not ever cheat us out of a video game that we already paid for. I don't know what's up with games with that nowadays. Because I've heard that South Park Snow Day is going to have more than 5 levels, and it's going to have DLC later. And I just don't like that. I think it's pointless. Just release the game as is, and if we want DLC later, add DLC later. But don't complete your story and then add DLC. Yeah, but other than that, next coming videos, probably Dr. Stone. I'm almost through the entertainment arc of Demon Slayer. I did stop reading, what was that anime? Solo Leveling, because that video got taken down because you can't use, Webtoon does not allow you to use, clip or like any of the images outside of that thing. It's worse than Shonen Jump. That was my fault. I already knew that about Webtoon. I will finish Solo Leveling and I'll probably talk about it in full detail since I can't cut it up or whatever I want to do it. So I'll probably just read it because it's only 200 chapters anyway. But we'll do that after that. And I'm still on Boruto. One Piece is on break. So in My Hero Academia, it did drop 2 chapters, but I just kind of skipped talking about them because there wasn't really much to say. But anyways, more videos basically coming up. And I'll see you guys next time. Not much to say about South Park Snow Day. Buy it if you really got $30 just to blow, or you got some friends that want to play it with you, or they already have the game. But don't go out of your way to buy it, basically, in my opinion. Spend your money on Stick of Truth or Fracture Behold. Anyways, that's all for now. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, this video was sponsored by me, the author of the Shinry series, the Chronicles of Wayne, and Monsterverse. So I figured I'd do this outro a little bit different by showing you guys what you guys will be checking out. So, the Shinry series starts with Book 1, Shobu Samurai Project Aryoku. 10 years after the death of his parents, Shobu Samurai returns home seeking vengeance, but instead faces a choice to save his home from shadow creatures, blood beasts, and an organization once thought dead. Shinry's Shobu Samurai starts at $9.99. And if you love anime, manga, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fairy Tail, Shaman King, Rave Master, Zatch Bell, anything like that, the Shinry series is definitely the series for you. You'll definitely want to check it out. The Sword of Light is probably the thickest one so far. And then these books are 2. This is Enter the Dread Zone Tournament. And the series original ending, Arado, the Legendary Conjuring Master. So, and I'll just show you guys some of the covers. Really proud of all of these. But I hope you guys check it out. If you don't like that, I also have the current published books for the Chronicles of Wayne, Love Be Damned, Cotton Candy, Full Moons, Fabled Lovers, A Cursed Virgin's Bite. If You Go Where Monsters Dance, Red Will Rain Over Your House. Love Be Damned. Now, the Chronicles of Wayne is about a geeky guy, or a nerdy guy in high school. His senior year, he has a crush on the hottest guy in school, because of course he does. He's only got one best friend, and her name is Barb. Well, the hottest guy in school turns out to be a werewolf. And to make the story more interesting, he bites Wayne and turns Wayne into the first ever wolfman in the last 10 years. And because of that, it was also a sacred law that wolfmen should never be created. I don't want to get into too much of the Chronicles of Wayne without spoiling it, but I can tell you it's very short. This one sells for $6.99, and Love Be Caged right after it. The ending of this trilogy, Love Be Liberated, comes out in October. So I'm going to definitely do a more full in-depth review of this one. But yeah, it's an LGBT fantasy fiction story about werewolves, vampires, white witches, a dark warlock, and, well, many, many more surprises to come. So if you guys like to read, I definitely recommend. These are all the books so far in the Shinry series, except for Shinry's Beginning. I do have that one, but it's just not here with me. But yeah, I appreciate a like, support, or just a review on Amazon. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.